What if I told you that one of the most powerful things you can do for your blood sugar, your metabolism, and even your long-term health doesn't require a gym, a diet plan, or a single supplement? It requires one decision. And the surprising part isn't whether you walk. It's when. Imagine two people eating the exact same meal. The same calories. The same carbohydrates. The same dessert. One of them stands up and takes a short walk. The other stays seated on the couch. A short time later, their bodies look completely different on the inside. Different blood sugar levels. Different insulin responses. Different stress signals. Different metabolic outcomes. And neither person feels any of it happening. That's the scary part. Because right now, hidden beneath your awareness, your bloodstream is carrying one of the most important conversations in your body. A conversation between your muscles, your pancreas, your blood vessels, and every cell that depends on energy to survive. Most people never hear that conversation. But today you're going to. Because what happens after a meal may be one of the most overlooked factors in modern health. And recent research suggests we've been focusing on the wrong thing all along. For years, people asked, what is the best exercise? But a better question might be, when is the best time to move? The answer surprised scientists. In fact, a simple walk taken at the right moment can outperform a much longer walk taken at the wrong moment when it comes to controlling blood sugar. Not because you're burning more calories, but because you're intercepting a biological process before it spirals out of control. And once you see what's happening inside your body, you may never sit down after a meal the same way again. Let's go inside. Right now, imagine your bloodstream as a crowded highway. Every bite of food you eat sends nutrients onto that highway. Some of those nutrients are immediately useful. Others need direction. Among them is glucose, your body's preferred quick-access fuel. The moment glucose enters your bloodstream, your pancreas notices. It's constantly monitoring traffic, constantly asking, do we have too much sugar on the road? If the answer is yes, it releases insulin. Think of insulin as a traffic controller. Its job is to move glucose out of the bloodstream and into cells where it can be used or stored. Simple enough. Except there's a problem. Sometimes the traffic arrives faster than your body can clear it. And that's when congestion begins. Blood sugar rises. Insulin rises. Oxidative stress increases. Inflammation begins quietly in the background. And unlike a traffic jam, you don't see any warning signs. No flashing lights. No alarms. No symptoms. Just silent biological stress accumulating over time. Here's the shocking part. This isn't only a diabetes problem. Research has linked repeated blood sugar spikes to cardiovascular disease, cognitive decline, and accelerated aging, even in people who consider themselves healthy. But before you start thinking your body is failing you, understand this. Your body already built a solution, and it's hiding in your muscles. In fact, your muscles possess something so powerful that scientists sometimes call it an alternative pathway for glucose disposal. A backup system. A metabolic shortcut. A second key. Most people know insulin is the key that unlocks muscle cells. What they don't know is that movement creates another key entirely. Every time your muscles contract during a walk, they activate special proteins called GLUT4 transporters. Think of them as thousands of emergency doors suddenly opening across the surface of your muscle cells. And when those doors open, glucose rushes inside. No negotiation. No waiting. No extra insulin required. Your muscles literally start vacuuming sugar out of your bloodstream. Which leads us to a fascinating question. If walking is so powerful, does it matter whether you walk before a meal or after one? The answer is yes. And what happens next is where the story gets really interesting. Because walking before eating and walking after eating trigger two completely different biological programs. One teaches your body to become a better fat burner. The other teaches your body to become a better glucose manager. Same activity, same legs, completely different chemistry. Let's watch both stories unfold inside your body and see which one is right for you.